Hi everyone, thank you for joining. It's nice to see so many faces interested in esports. Welcome to this panel discussion called Building a Stronger Corporate Image Through Esports Integration. My name is Manuela. I'm an employer brand and talent marketing manager at Happening, and today I will be your moderator for this panel. And in the next 40 minutes or so, we will cover the topics around why esports is so important in corporate world and why it is still building the image in the corporate world and why it's a part of the engagement in corporate world. And we will give you 10 minutes for your questions. So now let me introduce you to our panelists. Starting from my left, I will sit down now. So starting from my left, here is Andrej Mendaš. Andrej is a global PR manager at Infobip. He has been working there for the last 5 years. And he is a huge esports enthusiast, and also tech probably. And then we have Ivica Jug. Ivica is a system administrator at RBA. He has also been working there for 5 years, and he is also a president of the Esports Association at RBA. And then we have Dubravko Terzić. Dubravko is a marketing specialist at Combis. He has been working there for the full 15 years. And throughout the years, he has been wearing all different hats from marketing to sales to HR. So give a bit of applause for them. Thank you. So now let's kick it off with a bit more about each of the companies that I mentioned. So Andrej, we can start with you. Can you tell us a bit more about your role at Infobip? What does your work look like? And what projects has Infobip been working on?
Okay, hi everyone. I won't bother you with details of my work. It's a pretty boring one. So I'm leading all PR activities here in Croatia for Infobip and managing 10 to 15 PR agencies around the globe to do global PR for us. When it comes to Infobip, the most important thing is that we are from Vodnjan. So if you haven't read about us or heard about us, I'm doing pretty bad job. So about Infobip, we are global cloud communication platforms, which basically enables businesses to connect with their end users. That's all of us. And to provide easier communication via WhatsApp, Viber, SMS, email, Telegram, push notifications, whatsoever. We have around 3.3K people on 6 continents, more than 75 offices around the world. So we're pretty big. When it comes to CS2, we had a pretty big pool of potential players. So, I mean, that was one easy task for us to get the team on the other side. It was pretty tough thing to pick the team, but we will talk about it a bit later. Thanks.
Thank you. And Ivica, you've been working at the tech department at the Raiffeisen Bank. There is 150 of you. So can you tell us a bit more about how does the tech department differ from other parts of the bank?
Yes, I just want to say that my job is boring than your job. I work in RBA Bank. We have 1,600 employees. My core team consists of 15 colleagues who handle various IT tasks. My job is manage VoIP telephones for all departments. I administrator for O365 tools, and I participate in the project who called adaptability, and I'm president of the Esports Association. Yellow Have Fun, located within our bank. I think our IT is firm, because we had a lot of things that other parts of bank doesn't have, because this is something special. We have a lot of I can remember word, never mind.
Say it in Croatian, we will translate.
We have a lot of pravnih statuta which we need to...
legal statute?
Legal statute in the bank, so in IT we don't have much of this, so we can do whatever we want. I will say it like this.
That's nice. And Dubravko, as I mentioned before, you wore many different hats throughout the 15 years that you've been at Combis. Can you tell us a bit more about some highlights from your career there and some projects that you've been working on?
Okay. Well, I would like to tell at first that the Combis is a big IT company, but Andrej just told that Infobip has 3,500 guys, so no, Combis is a bit smaller. We have little less than 400 employees, and since 2010 we are a part of Croatian Telecom, Hrvatski Telekom. Well, Combis is probably typical system integrator. So, in fact, we are 5 or 6 smaller IT companies under one big umbrella, Combis umbrella. So we have diverse teams. So we have, I don't know, security, very hot stuff right now. App developers, then network experts, together with some support roles like marketing, HR, sales, etc. So my role is Combis is, well, it's been a kind of journey. I would like to say that I came in Combis through the biggest door, but unfortunately for me, this was a warehouse door. So this was 15 years ago. And then step by step, I'm probably like 50 meters from these doors, but I've been in purchase department. I've been in pre-sales department. Then after few years, there was a funny part when I became a part of marketing and HR, because as a journalist, I think that this is where I best fit. But today I also have some projects, because our marketing team is. We also have digital innovations and communications with it, so it's a lot of different roles at the same time. It's never boring.
I can imagine. And when we are talking about the corporate world, we often picture an image of a traditional company where people come to work wearing suits and ties. And on the other hand, esports, although it has been present for many years, it always comes as something refreshing, something engaging for people. So how come Ivica Raiffeisenbank applied and signed up for a tournament like Good Game Zagreb?
We applied because I have a friend, sit down there, who want to play this, and he asked me if I can ask our director if he can give us money for the GG. I need to say this is for charity, this everything, and he said okay, we will go, because my director adores gaming. He plays, I think he plays Dota. I think, because I don't play games, I'm just a manager. I think I'm a manager for these guys so they can play. So this is it for us, for me.
Thank you. And Andrej, you actually went all the way to the 3rd place this year on Good Game Zagreb with Infobip. How did that feel like? Did you have any cheerleaders? And did your colleagues, did they follow your path all the way from start till the end?
Yeah, we had male cheerleaders from engineering department, many of them. So Infobip participated in those early Good Game years in 2016-17, and then we had some kind of a gap because some people left, COVID hit. And when I've been here for 5 years, and then in 2023 I finally talked to the employer branding team to participate once again for a Good Game. But it was, as I said earlier, it was a tough procedure, because you want to create something, but you don't know from where to start, and you have 3.3K people. We have these internal policies in Infobip, because we are, big company. It has to be fair, so everyone needs to have a chance to participate equally. And that's why we went twice now, last year and this year as well, with the internal qualifications. And that's really something, it's not easy. Firstly, you need to put the announcement out there via internal channels, Slack, Discord, Facebook Workplace, whatever you have within the company, and to ask people to apply. First year, 10 people applied, so we had internal qualifications where we were trying to find 6 players. We did that. It was last minute, but hopefully thanks to our employer branding team, we managed it. And this year we started much, 4 months in advance in December. 15 people applied, so even more. There were also 2 colleagues, one from Argentina and one from Malaysia, who applied. But I talked to them and I said, guys, it would be, it makes no sense. The LAN event is in Zagreb, so we have to be aware of the money and spend. So we had another set of qualifications. We changed the roster a bit, because you need to have this competitive spirit every single year to have the best possible team if you want to win the whole thing. And one fun fact: we had a guy from Košice. Kudos to him. His name is Richard. He traveled from Košice to Zagreb. There's no direct flights. He came with a bus. It's a 7 hours long trip. He came day prior to the event, and he went back day after the event. And he was the party was a good one. So kudos to him for returning back to his home.
Awesome, thank you, Andrej. And Dubravko, we share something, you and me. We both went to the finals with our companies. Happening went all the way to the finals last year. You did the same this year. And we both know what kind of feeling that is. So can you share a bit more about how did your colleagues feel? Like, did you have anything that you organized afterwards?
First of all, it's a great pleasure to be in finals with in such a competitive tournament. We have 32 teams. It's pretty much all of them is decent teams. It's all semi-pro teams, but Combis has godlike. All gamers know this guy. He's not semi-pro. He's just a regular pro. And together with other guys, probably if we ask godlike, he would like to say that they deserved to be champions. But as Hajduk Split fans used to say, this time next year. We were 3 times at Good Games since 2022, I think, and we have pretty decent scores. We were 3rd, 5th, I think, and then the last time 2nd. So 2025, I think we all know who is the winner. So
yeah, and so you might wait with all these buses that you planned to arrive to Croatia with. Okay, thank you. And now we can stay with you, Dubravko, for another question. We were talking about a lot about esports initiatives, but what about other initiatives? I know we talked prior to this panel, and you told me that you have various initiatives actually in the company that engage people, give them like the sense of belonging. Can you share more about that, please?
We all know the situation about resources in IT since the COVID hits. So all of us here, let's be honest, try to catch the best engineers and best possible guys in his company. So due to main things such as salary and attractive projects and new technologies, it's a lot of things which is, well, let's say, nice to have in company. So due to all of this, for example, we have Combis craft beer with special recipe and everything, and It's linked to our 30sec is the name of security portfolio. Along with that, for example, we have Coffee. Coffee is connected with cloud services and cloud managed portfolio. So sometimes, as we taught in last few years, it's probably not necessary to be innovative. Sometimes it's just enough to listen what other people in company wants, and then, well, fulfill their wishes. In such things, people, well, who doesn't love beer? Let's be honest. It's not okay mix it immediately with coffee because stomach, but such things it's always nice to have, and it's simple, but people are happy with it.
Awesome. That's a really nice initiative, actually. And Andrej, do you have something similar at Infobip?
Yeah. So I mean, we thanks to our internal communications, employer branding team, people operations, or aka HR. We have plenty of sports activities that we fund as a company. So we have a weekly sports sessions such as football, basketball, volleyball. We have table tennis tournaments every now and then in our both of our campuses in Vodnjan and Zagreb. For example, we have squash court, but yesterday that was the first ever initiative. Such initiative. We had first on-site chess tournament in our Zagreb campus. 20 to 30 people participated. We also have this esports thing with CS2. So I mean, there's something for everyone. Yeah.
Really great. And how do you, Andrej, let's stay with you for now. And how do you measure like what initiatives would work and which ones don't work? Do you conduct any internal research, or do you just follow your gut?
I wouldn't say that we do any kind of research. You just see what is the feedback, how many people participated in comparison to the initial set of participants. You know, there are some good cases. There are some not so good cases. For example, table tennis tournaments are very popular. I mean, our CTO plays table tennis. He won some of these tournaments, so he's pretty good. You know, that helps when you have a founder who is very active in some kind of a segment. That segment will live most likely. And on the other hand, we had a case with yoga sessions. You know, when COVID hit, yoga was popular, and there was an interest to do yoga sessions. But after some time, we've seen that. That we don't have any more interest in that, so we decided to close that one. But the bottom line is that sometimes you need to listen to your employees, like Dubravko said. Sometimes you won't succeed, but 5 times you will. The bottom line is that they need to be happy, employees need to be happy, and you will move forward with that. Yeah,
definitely, I agree. And Ivica, Andrej, you mentioned your CTO. He was involved in one of these initiatives. We also had our CTO, who is actually involved at Good Game Zagreb. He was one of the players for 2 or 3 years in a row, maybe even more. So he is a huge support, actually, of our esports initiatives that are happening. But Ivica, what about you at RBA? What is your management? What's their role in these initiatives?
As I said, our manager is very supportive. Our B1 manager was playing a 6-player last game on the GG. This year is not good, so we push it away. And I just want to say that they'll be second because we are sold one of our players to them this year, and this is it. So we are last, they're second. So great. So our management love esports initiative, and they give us a green light for everything we want to. We have our room in the bank, we have hardware, we have PCs, we have PlayStations, arcade games, everything we want. They step on our side, so this is good for us. And our director wants to play games with us, so we once a week came and we played games in our room, and this is great for us. I can't say anything bad for this.
Wow, it's good to hear that you have such huge support from your management. Yeah, and Dubravko, now Ivica mentioned that you stole one of the guys from them. We also hired Mateo. He went from Notch to Happening, and we became second magically also. So what would you say, how did esports integrate into your hiring process? What does your recruitment process look like? Do you have something like, how do you measure if someone came from esports or from Good Game?
For hiring process, to be honest, we don't have exactly measurement tools, but as I earlier said, older guys such as Godlike or Nox, who are probably who are our best players, they are kind of role models for younger guys. We have similar initiatives for tech faculties from Croatia to scout and hire best guys, and things such as esports is just a benefit for all those good things. But as I said before, we just can't rely on the esports for quality guys in company. Is probably zero thing is not zero. First thing is salary, then probably quality projects and good team. Esports has his role in this because through esports we can probably form better connected teams, and that's probably the best plus and the biggest plus in this whole story.
Okay, and Andrej, what about you? Do you agree?
I mean, I wouldn't say that being good at CS makes your CV more valuable, but I would say that you know, if you're playing a good game and if you're deciding to and if you really love passionately CS, and if you want to move from one company to another here in Croatia, you will most likely search for a company that's participating at good game, because experiencing the good game, if you're a player, it's really a unique experience playing in front of 500 people, so I'm pretty sure that's a pretty important factor. I mean, also during those past 2 years being there at the Good Game tournament, there were talks with some people asking us, do you have some positions at Infobip, you're a cool company, etc., etc., etc. So it helps, bottom line, yeah.
Ivica, do you have anything to share on this?
I would just say, because we are bank, for us this is a great story for us, because another bank have it. Only we have this organization, and we are the only bank who play on the GG. So for us, it's great stuff to have this in our bank.
Perfect. Okay, so we talked about a lot of benefits that esports actually brings to your companies. But what would you say are some of the key takeaways or three most important highlights that you would say that esports brings to your company culture, engagement, and other things?
I would just like to highlight one. So as I see it, we all have within our companies team buildings, and sometimes you go there just to be there because it's mandatory. But when you're playing with your colleagues after work, the game you like, and being within the same team competing against other opponents online, that seems to me like a team building on a much smaller scale. But I think that kind of activity connects colleagues and people much more than some kind of team building.
It's organic, right?
Yeah, it's organic, yeah.
I would say good team building and networking. I think networking is great things on this event. So for me, this is all.
Where's the third one?
I don't know which is the third one.
Just kidding.
Charity element.
About benefits. Well, all of you here know that esports is not the future, it's a present, not just for IT companies. We can see that sport clubs has their leagues, not just teams, and that's how it is. So through this, probably, as colleagues said, networking is the main thing, but also they can through esports takes some other roles which they don't have in company. So if someone is junior specialist security, but he's great with sniper in the CS:GO, well, in this game he is authority. So through this they can probably figure out how to let's say move through the hierarchy in corporate ladder. So that's my opinion about this.
Yeah, just one thing to put on top of what we already said. So I've met through these internal qualifications for the past 2 years at Infobip. I met 20 people, and I would never have met them if there was no GG, good game, because I'm marketing, I'm PR, they're engineers, so no way we would met.
Okay, thank you. And now when we talked a lot about the past, about the present, let's move to the future. Do you see any way that esports can further integrate into your companies through some initiatives? And how do you see it evolve through time in future?
Well, probably it won't be just a 1 year gathering like we have with GG. Some leagues with some special games, probably CS:GO, Dota, LOL, or something today. I hope that, I don't know, Fortnite won't have his league in Croatia, but some decent games like those old one. And through this, here guys from Good Game, this is their full-time job. So, if I don't know, Mr. Stolnik said his grandma 20 years ago, well, I will have a company with, and we will play games and make events. Everyone will think that he's going nuts, but this is reality now, and future just will just bring some big and probably bigger and successful stories. So that's it.
For us, currently we have around 40 people in our community. We plan to continue learning from the other colleagues in esports and expand further. And we will be open to others, not just internally for RBA. Our organization open to everybody who wants to be with us. Events of this kind are also important to represent ourselves and invite others to join us. So, Nicola, thank you for inviting here.
Yes, Nicola, we also had, as you know, we have so many people in our company, and some of them were asking, do you have, other games, besides CS? So, I mean, this is a long shot, of course, yeah, I know. So, but what we plan to do, I mean, this is just an idea at Infobip. It's CS2 league that would last for 4 months. For example, from August to December, the goal would be to have, let's say, 6 teams that would compete, to have some kind of a big finale LAN event at our campus in Zagreb with 2 teams, best of 5, something like that. The goal of that would be to have even more people engaged playing CS. In that way, we would have more people participating within the internal qualifications and have more supporters at the Good Game events. So, I mean, you have to invest your time. You have to get your employees engaged. I mean, if you won't do that, your team will die by itself.
Yeah, agree. And I'm sure that in this audience there are many people that actually already integrated esports into their company cultures. But if there are not, what advice would you give to the companies that actually want to integrate esports into their companies, want to maybe compete on Good Game next year, but they have no idea where to start. What would you tell them?
I would tell him that first thing that they need to connect with someone who already experienced this type of esports in their company. That's all what we did in our company. I think network is the really important for this.
Well, as I said earlier, esports and gaming is just became a part of our life. So how we love to play games in our free time, we probably love to play it when we are working. And I don't think so that we are playing games on mobile, in toilet, in office. But guys and girls really love everything with gaming. So just put them idea that, I don't know, we would like to have a team. What do you think? And if your company is I don't know, 5 or 10 guys, probably 1/3 of them will say, let's go, let's do it. And nice practice what Mr. Jug says in RBA. Their management bought them PCs, consoles, and everything what's necessary. So this is just probably small step for company, but everyone employees will feel much more better.
I would say that if you want to succeed in something like that, to have esports team or something like that, you need to have at least one enthusiast who will push these things forward. You need to have that in combination with your internal departments, such as internal communications and employer branding or people operations team, who will support you in that, and you jointly can move those things forward.
Awesome. And you need to hire someone like godlike.
I mean, yeah, there's a shortcuts to the success. You just need to transfer some good names.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Actually, this was my last question. So now we can turn to our audience. If you have any questions, please just shout and raise your hand, actually, and we will bring the microphone over to you. Are there any questions for our panelists?
We have plenty of time, so don't be shy. Yeah.
Hi, I have a question for Andrej. How would you choose which teams would apply to the CS2 league?
So we would have, there's 6 of us. Each of us would be the captain of a team. And then their goal for each of the captain would be to recruit 5 other people. So let's say that 3 people already play CS, and then you have to get those 2 and recruit them, let's play CS, even though they're noobs. But this would be just, an amateur league just to get those things moving. It's, once in 2 weeks, once per month, that's it.
So you would mix players from different companies, or?
No, just internally, just within Infobip.
Thank you. So
Pero, we can count on you, right?
Did you already get the green light for the project, for the tournament?
Just an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, just an idea.
What does it take to make it real?
I mean, not much. I mean, there's no costs in that. You just need to, as an enthusiast, you need to, put your time in that. So you need to organize everything. You need to put that on paper. You need to have some kind of a SharePoint page with the league tables. You need to have pop-flash servers where you can play. I mean, you have to have 2 or 3 guys who will do that with you, but there's no any kind of costs. You can have these LAN finale at Zagreb campus, but you can invite all of those people to bring their PCs over there. So it's not that complicated. It just takes some time.
Okay, so question for everyone on the panel. How weird was your first experience with the B2B CS concept? And perhaps if you can remember how weird for your superior was for you to pitch it as an idea. Did it take a lot of explaining? for you to pitch your company doing something like this?
Well, not really, because we already participated in 2016-17, but I really have great colleagues from the within company, from internal communications, people operations, employer branding, who are very open to such activities. As I said, we have so many sports sessions. You know, you can play football. It's for free. I mean, company pays for that. You know, football, basketball, volleyball, etc., etc. So we are always looking for additional space where we can put ourselves into. So, you know, playing CS is another activity. And it was really not tough to pitch that. You just need to have, of course, some money to apply for such competition. But there's a lot of, you know, benefits. You know, this is all related to CSR. So you are contributing to the community. You are spending time with your colleagues. Everyone within company supports you. I mean, our Discord, our Slack channel was lit throughout the tournament. I mean, we played versus Span. We beat Span Pero on Friday night. You know, it was 7 p.m. and people were asking us on Slack, you know, what was the score, etc., etc. So it was really fun to watch the engagement from our people.
For us, it's really easy because, as I said before, we have management who loves to play games, and this is a plus for us. But I think if doesn't love gaming and everything, it's been impossible for us to be on the GG.
Well, in Combis, it was 3 years ago, 2 years to 2022. Well, it's much simpler than in Andrej company. We just sent an email and said, well, if someone would like to play CSGO, please type your name inside an Excel. And then a few days later came a guy, big one with glasses, and say, well, okay, I found five more guys. We will probably win. If we don't win, we will be second or third. And then I thought maybe we should send him to the HR to let they check is he normal. But few days later, they came back with a bronze medal, and this guy was, you know, who I won't say his name again because he's like Beetlejuice. Thanks God, like. No, Beetlejuice. You said his name 3 times, and he's here. So that's it.